Alright, everybody, welcome back. I know it's been a little bit since last stream. Allergies have been messing me up recently. Apparently, ragweed has been growing around this time of year, so apparently I'm allergic to that, so it's been just destroying just my nose and my throat. I don't know if I still sound a bit scratchy. Hi! How's everyone doing, though? Oh, a bit too far to the right. Whoop. So, we're back once again with some more Stream Avatar stuff, because I feel like you guys don't have enough stuff to mess around with. Are you mentally linked with another streamer? You guys go live at the exact same time. I mean, 8 p.m. Eastern is just a convenient time to stream. Yeah, I think 8 p.m., like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. is just a popular streaming time. Anywho, I was going to work on today some more hats. And you know what, actually, let me open up. Well, first let me get the music ready. Yeah, the times I usually... Oh god, that is loud. Anyway, the times I usually stream at are like 8 p.m., 9 p.m., or 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. Those are my main times I like to stream. Anyway, what I was going to do was... This is like the full sprite sheet for all the animations, which I don't think we need right now. That's for when I want to work on the shirts, which is not right now. Where are we dropping? I don't know. Where'd you go? So, actually, no, let me work on the shirts first, since that will be the... I need to get that out of the way. Let's just, edit. Oh, here's layer. Oh, layer, new layer. Just title this shirt. I can make this like slightly transparent. Oh well. What are we talking about today? That's a good question. Oh, I've been playing a lot of TF2 recently. And I remember, I don't know if you guys have seen my Steam icon, but I had someone commented in a TF2 match, "Oh, I like your Steam icon. It's very cute." And I said, "Thanks. I made it like 10 years ago." Which is true. I made it in middle school. It's a very old picture that I drew. They're streaming TF2. I'm on the fence about streaming TF2. I'd have to like look into like muting voice chat. I've also thought about like just recording TF2 gameplay and then uploading it edited instead. Because what I know is I had a game where people were just saying slurs. And that's not uncommon, unfortunately. It's risky, yeah. It's just too risky for me. But yeah, anyway, back to the story I was saying. Someone said, they complimented my icon, I said thank you, and this other person, just out of nowhere, just says, "Old bitch." Because I said that I made my icon 10 years ago in middle school. What are you making? I'm making some Sprite for the stream avatars. Why'd they do that? Can you make me? No, you have to make yourself, sorry. Not how it works. There's a little link in chat that will take you to the stream avatar page. Why did they say that? I don't see it. Oh, did I not pin it? Let me pin it. My bad. My bad. Now, that should be good. It says you need an account. I'll have to look at that later. There's like a base of a shirt. Well, it should use your YouTube account, I think. It also just takes a second. Not two. Anywho. Let's start working on this. Because again, we have to do every single frame. Isn't there a way to lock? Yeah, snap to grid. Copy, paste. Edit, paste. Oh. Disable snap to grid, move up. Found out Voice of the Void gets progressively harder and harder each session. Uh-oh, that's threatening. I'm afraid to ask what gets more difficult. Three separate events that didn't get increasingly likely to happen. Business suit? Oh, that's a good idea. small chance at 4 hours, a small chance at 6 hours, and a guaranteed chance at 12 hours. Well, I don't think I'll be playing the game for that long. Do avatars save automatically? Yes. So anything that you, like, put on this stream will appear next stream you're in. I think the 12-hour mark is not so subtly telling people to go outside. Well, I don't think we'll run into that problem on stream, I think. I don't think I've maybe done 4 hours, but I don't think I've ever done 6, and definitely not a 12-hour stream. Now we're gonna have a lot of sprites we need. I'll just go ahead and copy and paste all the ones that are just standing there. It's just an invincible door that flies at you and crashes the game. I need to continue playing Voices of the Void, but there's supposed to be an update soon. In quotation marks. I don't know when exactly, but... Already? Yeah, I mean, there's changelogs for them, and it's supposed to be like bug fixes and optimized performance things, so... An action where we do an Ace Attorney objection. That would be funny, but I would have to animate that. Yeah, I do want to do, like, a TF2 thing, because I've been having a lot of fun with it with my friends. My friend... She has this sniper loadout, which is just... It's not even a loadout, she just has this one cosmetic, which we find hilarious. These avatars are pretty good. Oh, thank you! And it's just... It's Sniper. It's the Sniper cosmetic where he just has really big pants. I don't even remember what it's called, but she adores this Sniper with big pants cosmetic. She thinks it's the funniest thing ever, and it is. And I think she has a custom description for it, where it's something along the lines of Sniper loves his big pants. Or Sniper always wears these pants. Hold on, actually, let me see if I can find the image of her TF2 loadout. She also went on a little shopping spree, where she bought a bunch of TF2 hats, and, oh no, this is the image, but he doesn't have the big pants. Man, I'm never gonna find the big Sniper's big pants image. I mean, we do have this though. She made this. It's it's our Steam icons that we haven't changed in like a decade. On a sign. She drew this. She also got this penguin hat and a big coat for Sniper. She also got a spy mask that's, that turns him into a scary alien. It's very fun. Where's the pants? I can't find an image of the pants. I'll have to hold on. You know what? Let me... Asking her. Oh, it's like I accidentally have caps lock on. Hold on, let me... Okay, I'll get back to you and tell you if she responds in a timely manner. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Spy's scary alien face. What else? Oh, speaking of Spy, she has like this... for some reason her TF2 is using this very outdated rendering engine. So, all the water is like glowing white like the sun. It's like staring directly into the sun. It's constantly flashing. For some reason, the character icons use the beta models? Because I was like, wait a minute, Spy doesn't look like that in the game. That's like the beta model for Spy, where he has the little class insignia patch on his shoulder. Like all the other classes do. Spy doesn't have that. And for some reason, whenever she goes invisible with Spy, the icon for Spy turns into a big white square. How does it... Listen, my friend has a way of just making her games haunted. I think I've shown the picture of her haunted Final Fantasy 11 or 12 or how many there are, disc. I'd have to go scroll through our DMs again. I think I showed it on stream once, but I don't remember what stream that was. Mod? No, it's just like that. She doesn't want it like this. It just is. Yeah. TF2 is a very interesting game. Because sometimes it will make strange noises at us. For some reason, every time we open up TF2, it's loud. It screams at us. Have you tried verifying? Yeah, we know what the problem is. It's the fact that she's using an outdated rendering engine. The problem is she doesn't know how to update it. I think she updated her settings, but it didn't save, so when she opened it again, it was back to weirdness. I refuse to believe your friend Spy has a patch on his shoulder like every other. He does! You know what? I'm gonna ask her for a screenshot. In fact, she might have taken it. No, I'd have to scroll way through too many. I don't know how it happens, it just does. Her games just do this. I forgot to copy and paste. It has to be. If it was modded, she wouldn't be able to play with me, because it's on public Valve servers. Her game's just busted because it's using a outdated rendering engine. And the reason she wanted it's even like this in the first place is because she wanted to make her TF2 as low res as possible as a joke. So not only is everything— I am frozen. Why am I frozen? She should— why am I frozen? Hold on. Hello? Oh, there we go. Drop it off this and make YouTube vids. So, I want you to imagine, not only is Spy turning into a white square whenever he goes invisible, and like, a wrong icons are being used. Oh, right, I forgot to reappear. The entire game is also just incredibly low resolution. Because she wanted to see how bad she could make TF2 look. It looks pretty bad. RDP, literally. She also, whenever we're playing TF2, she will refer to the mercenaries as it. Not I killed him or I killed them, I killed it. She refers to them like they're a type of creature, which I don't blame her, to be fair. "16-bit gaming." Howdy, hi Millar, how's it going? It's funny, she is. You'll probably hear from her if I ever post TF2 vids, because she's the one I play with the most. She plays Sniper and Spy in the funniest way possible. Something interesting happened. Yeah, I was talking about my friend's cursed TF2 gameplay. Please do. Oh, okay, you know what? I'll start recording. How about that? My gameplay sessions. But then I'd have to, like, not be lazy and make highlight reels. Evil tactics or funny tactics? Yes. They are tactics. That's about as much as I can tell you. Whether they're good or not is up to you. Of a wrist game. I've not got a response back from just to get a picture of Sniper's big pants. My friend also has a spy, not a spy, a Sniper cosmetic that just, it's Sniper with really big pants, and it's very good. Wait a minute, in danger. No. I think she's just busy. This is also the same person I watch Yu-Gi-Oh! With. I realized that I forgot 2 pixels on the sleeve, and that's consistent through like 5 different sprites, and that's going to make me mad. Speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh! I know I've mentioned it, I was talking about it a lot for a while, and the reason I stopped talking about it recently is because we got to the 4th season, which is I think it's called, like, Waking the Dragon arc, or whatever. It's not good. It has a very interesting premise. The only interesting thing you get this- I talked about it, no, I did talk about it. I talked about how Yugi just straight up dies. I'm like, yeah, Yugi died. It was crazy. And then a guy shot lightning about people, and then he fought ghosts or whatever. Yeah, and besides Yugi dying, that arc is so painfully slow. And how duels in season, I think it's 4, yeah, Waking the Dragon arc is, the characters will, speak, like, just speak monologue at each other for a bit, and then they'll play 2 cards. The original arcs are bad. No, I like the first 2 seasons. Or 3 was okay. Yeah, 3 was good, actually. The problem, they'll play, I play this card, and then monologue for a bit, and then say I end my turn. And it goes on, nothing happens in these duels, and the duels are like 5 episodes long each, and it's the most boring thing ever. And the worst part is the cards they play aren't even real. They're like made up crap. This is the gimmick of the duel this episode. The arcs that are not from the manga are bad. The Noah Kaiba one was funny, at least. Yeah, they play cards that are made up. Just, they aren't real. They don't do anything. They're stupid. Nothing interesting happens in these duels. I should make I've talked about, like, me doing a PowerPoint stream where I just ran about the Chao Garden. I think the second PowerPoint stream I'm going to do is about Yu-Gi-Oh! What else? And they play made-up cards, and it's not even like the first, like, season where the game hadn't even been invented yet, so they had to make stuff up, and it was, like, so absurd it was funny. Is it looking out the window all day would be better bad? At times, yes. There's at least some times where it's somewhat funny. They're like, oh, ha, ha. But most of the time, it's just boring. And the final episode, they didn't even play the card game. It's like, okay, we've got to fight the main villain. And it's like, and they just start summoning stuff. They're like, oh, the monsters are real and we're just gonna summon them to fight the guy. And then Kaiba summons just Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. He just summons him, something you can't just do, and then a bunch of other things, and they just all summon a bunch of dragons to fight a big snake. And then I don't even remember what else happens. He summons the Egyptian god cards, even though he doesn't have them anymore at this point. Like when Yugi and Joey fight Pegasus' successors, it is— oh, I forgot about that! I forgot that Pegasus had a bunch of kids that he adopted that Yugi fights at some point in the manga. Which is really funny because— hold on. Maximilian Pegasus, his backstory is his wife died and he's sad about it. And he's rich also. He looks like— hold on. Sorry I get distracted. You know how it is about when it— you know how it is with Yu-Gi-Oh! Open image in new tab, please. Maximilian Pegasus is this dude. Yeah, his wife died and he's sad about it, so he makes cards all day and is evil and he has a scary eye. Not the one you're looking at, it's a different one. It's under his hair. This man is A, married, and 2, has adopted children. I want you to guess how old he is. Right now. Millionaire with a wife who died and has 4 adopted sons. who aren't shown in the anime. He's 24. This man is 24. I'm almost the same age. I am a year away from being the same age as Maximilian Pegasus. There's another he fights My Valentine is the same age as Maximilian Pegasus. When was he married? 18, I guess? Also, this messes me up. This is wrong. Oh god, I'm on the wiki fandom page, so it's lagging my computer. It's not right. I'm gonna be the same age as Pegasus next year. That's wrong. Curse of 7 billion ads. Literally. Anyway, to compensate for the fact that we're being forced to watch... That we finished... No, we did finish the season 4. It was very disappointing. The dragons that they woke weren't even cool. The dragons were in fact really ugly. Every time they were on screen, we're like, oh god damn it, it's this thing again. It was, like, clearly drawn... The dragons were designed by someone who does not know how to... Don't people... Yeah, it's even worse. The show, for a while, was trying to do that, even though Joey is, like, 16 and Mai is 24. It was very uncomfortable. I'm really glad that they at least tried to mitigate it as much as possible, like sweep that under the rug for the English version. Like, no, they just have a very strong friendship. They are best friends. And all Mai does is hang out with a bunch of teenagers all day because she plays competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! So who else is she supposed to play with, I guess? Couldn't they fix that by making her younger? No! Because I think there's another episode where, like, she has a fiancé, or someone who was supposed to be her fiancé. I mean, she's very clearly an adult. I think if she was younger, it would make it worse. Because then she would be a teenager dressed like that, and that's... somehow worse. But anyway, to get over I don't even know if we're gonna watch season 5. But I do know that instead of season 5, I've been watching 5Ds a lot. Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, which is the third series. We skipped GX. We are going to watch GX eventually. She just really wanted to watch 5Ds. Because 5Ds was the first one she ever watched, and it's her favorite. And honestly, to be fair, I only have 2 things to work with. It's becoming one of my favorites so far. 5Ds is very interesting, because I want to say it's the only show with an adult protagonist. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe there is another one, but Yusei Fudo, he is a guy, he looks like Shadow the Hedgehog, and he rides a motorcycle. Like Shadow the Hedgehog. He is 18 or 19 years old, I don't remember. Adult man. Legally, at least. Bob. 5Ds is the one with the bikes. Yes, it is the one with the bikes, and it has the coolest intro ever. I was like, okay, let's watch 5Ds, and then first episode, we played the intro, I'm like, okay, this is the coolest thing ever, then. Obviously. Yusei is very funny, because the very first episode, you see him, he's like, okay, I'm going to leave this city because it sucks, and I need to get my cards back, because a guy named Jack stole my cards, I gotta get him back, he was my friend, but now he's not. But anyway, someone tries to, like, steal his bike or car, someone tries to mug him. It's not important why. Or maybe they were trying to mug his friends, again, not important, he has friends, somehow. And you learn quickly about Yusei is that he does not speak at all. This entire duel that is happening against this thug, who's trying to mug him, by the way, or his friends, again, I don't really remember the exact details, not important. He's, like, making bug puns. He has a bug deck, by the way. It's all bugs. It's all scary bugs. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna... He's, like, taunting him, he's trash-talking him, he's, like, talking about how good he is at the game, or whatever. And then it cuts back to Yusei, after this guy has spent, like, a solid minute monologuing, and it cuts back to Yusei, and he's like, I play Sonic Chick in defense position and place one card face down and in my turn. And immediately cuts back to this guy. Yusei does not speak to anyone. He says what is needed to said and then never says anything the entire duel. And meanwhile, his friends are here, by the way, and they're like, oh no! He's got a bug deck, he's playing the scary bugs! Yusei hates bugs! He's so scared of bugs! Look how scared he is! Oh no! And it cuts, and it shows Yusei, and he is like he is just standing there. He's literally just standing there. Unfazed, unbothered. I don't think he realizes what's happening. Sometimes I'm not sure if Yusei's aware of where he is or what's really going on, because he is completely stone-faced, completely unresponsive to what happens around him. People will speak to him, people will have conversations with him, and he will say nothing. Or he will say 2 sentences total the entire time. He is just there. He does what needs to be done. And that's it. It's hilarious. Why is there no sprite there? Where'd it go? He's just tagging along on his own story. Also in 5Ds, there's this elf man. It never outright says he's an elf, but he looks like one. His name's Rex Goodwin or whatever. And he's very clearly evil. But unfortunately for Yusei, there's someone even more evil going around town right now, so he has to, like, team up with Rex even though he sucks. And Yusei's like, oh. Elf that's not enough, but it clearly is. He is! Look it up! Jack Atlas is also very funny. He's British or Australian for no reason. Here's another thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Me and my friends were talking about this. The Waking the Dragons arc? Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds is like, hey, what if the Waking the Dragons arc was good, actually? because its whole thing is about dragons, obviously, and the first episode is a bunch of guys on a motorcycle, steal Yugi's cards. Motorcycles, that's one thing about 5Ds, and also, there's this guy, his name is, friggin', what was his name again? His name was, it's same name as a Ninja Turtle, I forget which one. It wasn't Donatello. It was, Raphael. There's this guy named Raphael who looks exactly like Jack Atlas, and in fact, I'm like, is that Jack Atlas? Is that him? Miguel? I don't think there's a Miguel in Ninja Turtles. Who are you thinking of, Millar? There's no Miguel in Ninja Turtles. There isn't the Spanish. Who does Miguel replace? Wait. Now I want to know what the Ninja Turtles' names are in Spanish. Ninja Turtles in Spanish. No, that's just... No, that's just the translations for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. No, that's a wrestling team for the that's in Spanish. Well, now I'll never know what all their names are in Spanish. I guess Miguel is supposed to be Michelangelo, because in the English they call him Mikey sometimes. There's Michelangelo, Raphael, Donatello, and oh, I'm frozen again. Why does this keep happening? Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello, Leonardo. I can't believe they call him Miguel. Names are about the same. Oh, okay. But yeah, anyway, 5D's Raphael. Raphael looks almost exactly like Jack Atlas, except he's wearing a black coat instead of a white coat. And there's another guy, his name is, something. I've also forgotten. He sucks. He has this stupid armor-based deck that he wears in real life, and it's all made up, and none of the cards he uses are real. And they all do stupid things, and he has to make Joey also put the stupid armor on, and I hate him, and I hate his cards, and he won't leave my Valentine alone. keeps trying to get her to join. He keeps trying to, like, make her do stuff in this cult for Atlantis. And I don't like him. I've forgotten his name, even though I hate him and make fun of him every time he's on screen. Anyway, he's Australian. Joey wearing armor? Yeah, it sucks. He's Australian. Jack Atlas is also Australian. The Auric Alkos is back in 5Ds, except it's not the Auric Alkos, it's unnamed dark magic that these spider people use. Where the damage you take is real, and if you lose the duel, you die. Not really. But it is pretty bad. Also, in 5Ds, instead of, like, the whole Egypt thing that the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Had, it's all about the Nazca lines. Y'all ever heard of the Nazca lines? Probably some other things that I'm forgetting. The bomb does take points away. You have to pay points to use it. There were probably some other Waking the Dragon 5Ds parallels that I'm just completely not remembering at this point. I don't think there's magic in 5Ds. What do you mean there's a giant... Are we watching the same show? There was a giant dragon that took Yusei and Jack Atlas into space, where they witnessed the vision of the future where a city explodes because of a giant ancient spider. Are we watching the same show? There's this girl named Akiza who has real magic powers that make the cards real, and she uses it to make people explode with a dragon. That sounds hilarious. I was, like, in complete silence when that happened, because I couldn't comprehend what had just happened, because before that happened, Jack and Yusei were just driving motorcycles and playing a card game. I was like, what is happening? Huh? Sure, sounds weird. Yeah. There's a scary fairy dragon that manipulates, like, an 8-year-old that says, "Hey, 8-year-old, remember when you went in a coma and you visited my spirit world and we became friends? You made a promise to protect me and all the things that live in here, and I know you were 3 when this happened and you don't remember it, but if you don't help me right now, your brother's gonna die in this scary spirit world right now." And while this was happening, there was also a psychic, or a psychologist, or something, both, saying that if you don't tell me where the spirit world is, bad things are gonna happen to you. You need to listen to me right now. And this was also happening, in a tournament on a giant stage with thousands of people watching, and Yusei was the only one to go up there and say, "Hey, maybe I should stop this. Maybe I should do something about that." Last Yu-Gi-Oh season I heard of, the protagonist is part of a circus. Yeah, oh yeah, my friend told me about that one. That's, Arc 5, I think. We're not gonna watch that one according to her because it's very bad, because the funny clown that you get to watch, I don't even remember what happened, but it becomes really depressing and it doesn't have anything to do with clowns or performances at all, and also it gets weird and maybe there's alternate universe stuff happening, I don't remember. In high school when it was coming out, she would rant about me and I wouldn't understand. I only remember that he's from Florida and that he looks like a tomato. I cannot confirm or deny if he's actually from Florida, but that's what she told me. You know, I'm gonna have to ask her. I'm gonna have to, like, get her full statement on Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 and why it makes her so mad specifically. Because apparently the whole clown performance fun time thing gets dropped pretty quickly, which is disappointing. It loses its silliness and whimsy pretty fast, which is a damn shame. I think there's several series after that. There's Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains after that, which is what if Yu-Gi-Oh! Was in the virtual reality world. I don't know much about that one. I don't think she's even watched that one. So I know nothing about it. If she knows nothing about it, then I know extra nothing about it. And then there's... No, she's opening up Team Fortress 2! No! Oh wait, but she's also sent me Sniper's Big Pants! Anyway, here's Sniper in his big pants. This is her Sniper loadout. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Sammy, these pants aren't that big. Oh, I have to, like, show you TF2 Sniper in comparison. Here's regular... This is a very small image. Anyway, here's regular TF2 Sniper. It's a very small image, but you can tell he's not wearing his big pants. Why is the image so small? Anyway, there's Sniper's big pants. Great loadout. Okay. Anyway, that was Sniper's big pants. I'm glad we finally got to see it. I need to make them bigger. I'll ask the TF2 workshop people if they can make- Oh god, what did I just do? I did something scary, and I'm not sure what. Make bigger pants for the avatars. Why isn't this pasting? There we go. Also, one of the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds episodes was crazy. I've mentioned the woman. Her name is Akiza. She's psychic, and she's in a cult with other psychics, and her abilities make the monsters real. I don't think that's what psychic powers are, but I'm not gonna question it. She has this dragon, which is called the Black Rose Dragon, and it's really cool. Its ability makes everything on the field die instantly. They don't really die, it literally just deletes everything on field. It's very cool, which contrasts Yusei's dragon's ability, which, saves something by sacrificing itself. By sending it to the graveyard, it saves something. Akiza's dragon's ability, by sending itself to the graveyard, it destroys everything. Anyway. Would you want the monster reel? Which one? Black Rose Dragon? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, Akiza is psychic, and Yusei has to fight her in this tournament that was rigged by the elf. I wouldn't want to summon a real orbital laser station. Well, Akiza summons scary plants. And, what happens in Yusei's fight with Akiza, where they just duel card games, it's not really a fight, but for Yusei, he was fighting for his life. Because he's like... Actually, that was the most talkative I've seen him up until that point. Where he's like, everyone hates you and thinks you're a witch. I don't. I think you're pretty chill, and I think you should be nice to me. And Akiza's response is to hurt him badly. He's like, hey, the world's in danger, and I'm being invited to play TF2, I'm streaming. He's like, hey, the world's in danger, and you have a cool dragon, and everyone who has a cool dragon is supposed to save the world right now, so... Can you chill for a bit? And we can be friends, and I'll try to make everyone not call you a crazy witch and call you a loser or freak or whatever, I promise. And Akiza's response is to, why is this gone? She summons this scary octopus made of vines and thorns. And then proceeds to- why is- pixels are missing. So the scary octopus monster wraps up Yusei and, like, lifts him in the air. And she's like, I'm gonna attack you 4 times in one turn. While constricting you with this octopus made of scary plants. And I was like, oh. Live on television, by the way. She did that. And Yusei won in the end, but, like, you got attacked by the octopus monster, so who's the real winner here? They want me to play TF2 so bad. I can't, I'm streaming. Oh hey, I got the shirt done, I think. No, I'm missing pixels. For my neck- what? Frame properties? No, I don't want that. Yeah, I can summarize 5Ds as a show where a lot of things are happening, because there's this race car tournament going on. There's also this class warfare where the oppressed lower poor people class is trying to not be killed by the rich on this separate island where, by the way, dueling people from the poor people island is illegal. Them existing on the mainland is illegal. Them existing in general is illegal. It's very messed up. Why is it a crime to duel the people from the satellite district? Also, if you look up 5Ds, you'll see that Yusei has some stuff on his face. It's like this golden tattoo-looking thing. Would you think it would be interesting if they use actually good decks in the show? I mean, as long as, like, they do the decks do something interesting, I'm fine with it. I don't play competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, so I wouldn't know what good decks would be like to watch. Anyway, Yusei has some stuff on his face. It's like these little gold lines and a triangle under his eye. That is those are like microchipped, and those were forcibly put on him by the police. So they can A, track him, and B, show everyone that he is a criminal and that he should not be talked to. That is like, he got branded in prison. And anyone who has gold in their face is basically just shunned from society. The very first episode has a child with one of those on them. And it's on their face, too. Always their face, so that they can't really hide it. It's very messed up. Also, the Nazca lines are there. And they're real, and they're coming alive, and there's a giant dragon that powers a nuclear reactor. Very insane show. And my friend's like, oh, there's so much going on in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's gonna be a cowboy episode, there's the race cars, there's the psychic cult, by the way, I mentioned the psychic cult, there is in fact a psychic cult. That's also trying to usurp society. There's the scary spider demon people, who are brainwashing people to summon a giant spider demon that's also a Nazca line, but it's evil and not a dragon. And not powering a nuclear reactor. And is about to blow up an entire city. And what else? And she's like, 5Ds takes place in the same- 5Ds takes hundreds of years in the future of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or at least 100, if not more. It's technically the same universe. I think Kaiba Corp is mentioned a few times, but, like, it's very far in the future. Also, she's like, yeah, there's a lot going on, I can't wait till you see the aliens, and I thought she was talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, which I watched 2 episodes of because she liked it, but I hated it because the main protagonist's voice is like listening to sandpaper on a chalkboard. And she's like, yeah, maybe we'll watch the Japanese version of that. I thought she was talking about Zexal, because that's the one with the alien. The floating, glowing alien man. I'm like, yeah, Zexal, I know about him. I know that Zexal guy. And she's like, oh no, also there's aliens. Besides the Nazca lines and the race cars and the psychic cult and also the elf man who's never really explained besides the fact that he has something to do with the Nazca lines. Also, the elf man is maybe a robot as well. Because during a race, I want you to keep in mind, everything I'm about to tell you happens in one episode. There's this guy named Greiger. He's chill. He's nice to this kid, even though he's supposed to be the elf man hired him to be evil, but he's chill anyway. He's dueling Yusei on this giant motorcycle that's like a tripod almost. It's like, what if a tricycle was big and scary? Think of that. And his whole thing is that he has a bunch of planes. His deck is like planes and war vehicles and stuff. We watch one of Yusei's monsters get like flung in the air and then sucked into the rotary blades of a plane and get torn apart. It's very scary. Anyway, Greiger's like, Yusei, I've learned the truth. This Rex guy, he hired me to save my village, but it was him who blew up my village with a nuclear reactor gone wrong by accident. Sorry, I just kind of short-circuited because I had to process what had even happened that episode. Anyway, my village got blown up by a nuclear reactor by this Rex guy. And so Greiger decides, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drive around this race car track really fast and then go up this ramp and launch myself into the tower that Rex Goodwin is currently watching this tournament from, and fire a spike that's on my wheel into the window to kill him. And he tries to do this. Yusei stops him by slamming his car into Geiger's car while they're driving, and somehow doesn't kill both of them instantly. And anyway, the spike, like, flies off the wheel of Geiger's car and into the window, and Rex Goodwin grabs it with his hand, and it's, like, spinning around like a drill, and he just grabs it with his bare hand, and it's revealed that his bare hand is like a scary metal robot hand, and I think he's a robot, or at least partially one now. This all happens in one episode in the span of, like, 2 minutes or less. Anyway, we got the shirt done. That's pretty cool. Let's work on something that isn't a shirt for a second. I want the hats in here. I will make some new hats first. I need like a baseball hat. Also he has psychic powers and shows Jack Atlas a vision of the Peru, and tells him the story about how people worship this dragon and they're floating in space, and Jack Atlas is like, oh, okay. Sure, man. he really was. He's like, Jack, if the world is going to end, then Jack says, that's bad. Jack is a very funny character, because he will say just the strangest things sometimes, unprompted. He's very odd. He lost to Yusei, and he went completely catatonic for like several minutes. Well, Yusei's like, what just happened? Why is there a scary dragon in the sky? Why is everything on fire? Jack has no response to this because he is so mad that he just lost a card game that he is standing still, silently seething. He's like the opposite of Seto Kaiba. Seto Kaiba is usually quiet until something just makes him so irrationally mad that he just starts throwing a tantrum. Jack is like usually throwing a tantrum, and then he'll just get so mad that he stops talking. Very funny guy. It's Jack related to Kaiba. Not that I know of, he's just like that. Reverse Kaiba. He's also an adult man and not like a teenager who's been given thousands of dollars in money. He also has a job, like racing and dueling is his job, and not just a thing he does to torment people for fun. Do the win races by dueling. It's not really a race, but yes. And going fast does make your cards do better. So it's like... I don't know how to describe it. It's something. The speed duel part of the show is just all made up. Because they're like, this card does this depending on how fast I'm going, which is not something you could do in real life. There is a Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's game that it's on the Wii, and and what you do in that game, according to my friend, is you have to play Yu-Gi-Oh! While driving a motorcycle. The game. It's very difficult. She never was able to, like, beat the first race. Because you have to drive a motorcycle and play Yu-Gi-Oh! At the same time. Yes, from what she told me, you do drive and play the game at the same time. It's very hard. Speed duels? I don't think- well, actually, maybe that's what it's called. I think speed dueling is also a thing, and I think they're both called the same thing in the show, but they are technically different things, because one was... it's an official thing? I don't know. Get in a car crash. I'm surprised we haven't seen more people get in car crashes in the show. The only time Jack Atlas did get in a crash, but that's because he was, like, blasted by a dragon's fireball in space. So, you know. Off track entirely. Here's the thing, the cards are supposed to be holograms. The problem is the villains keep making the cards real. Which makes it a lot harder to drive the car. The motorcycle, not the car. You get what I mean. Hello. How's it going? Make the card that gives you a lot of money real. I don't think that's how it works. Someone's adding me. They really want me to play TF2. do it in just a second. I promise. Let me draw hair on this little guy. Let me look. There was one I drew on, like, the thumbnail for this that I thought looked nice. Now I can't remember what it looked like. Well, it kind of looked like what I did. Just more. Okay, I'll just do that again. But this time, more. Fluffy, no, Fluffy. Fluffy. I can't spell! There we go. hats we can do. Hmm. Clown is blind. What? What happened to the clown? Oh, I know that's what we should do. Clown nose. Let me... What else? Drawing's shaped until I do something I like. You're a very good artist. Oh, thank you. What else? Guess we could go back to working on the shirts. We got a plain white shirt. I guess we could try doing the business suit. Edit. Duplicate. Hide that. We're gonna make this. Let's just work on I forgot to use shading on the shirt. I knew I was missing something. Gonna be a pain. This is completely unrelated, but I just remembered to talk about it. Remember how I was talking about how someone needs to make a mod that makes it easier to get money in the Chao Garden? Someone did that. Someone, made a mod. It is pretty much this thing I was talking about. It gradually gives you rings over time for just spending time in the Chao Garden, and you get more money from participating in races. Which is exactly what we needed. So... grinding in the Chao Garden will not take nearly as long, hopefully. Makes me wonder. I wonder. I do wonder. There's also a community competition going around in the Chao Garden community for making custom Chao Garden textures for like just the gardens themselves. I kind of wanted to do that, so maybe I'll try doing that as well. Finally make Jurassic Marsh Garden real. Jurassic Marv. I checked back on my Discord after I said that I was streaming. I couldn't play TF2 right now, and someone said you should be streaming TF2. No, I should not. Oh no. I just saw them open up Overwatch. I think they got bored of TF2 because no one else would play with them, and now they're playing Overwatch. This is so messed up. So I realized that. I'm missing some pixels here. Any chance of getting skirts? Yeah, eventually. Probably won't. I don't know how much more difficult that would be. Worked on coding for a Marotsuki samling for a Bitball at a party. Oh, interesting. That's the... I recognize that name. It's, Yuminiki? Yuminiki? That's what it is, alright? Yeah, I need to play that game. It is free. I like this part in the song. Separate the skirt part into its own thing. I mean, if it was like separate clothes, that would be more convenient. Actually, I think you would need to make it separate clothes, because if you didn't, it would lead to a lot of clipping issues. Because usually each article of clothing is treated as a separate object, which has its own separate layer, and if you try to combine them, it can mess things up if you're not careful. I love smart streams. Would this be considered smart? Was me explaining all of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds to you smart? I'm gonna be a Kitsune schoolgirl. I do need to add an option for like multiple tails. It'll be a bit difficult to draw, but I should do that. You finished 5Ds? No, I didn't. I didn't finish it. I was just talking a lot about it. I did not explain all of it because I haven't watched all of it. I am at, like, episode... I don't know what episode I'm on, to be honest. They just introduced a bunch of spider people who brainwash, people with spiders. Who plan to blow up an entire city with a giant spider. So you know. It's less crazy that— yeah, I have been told that there is a just— GX is about a bunch of people who go to high school in order to learn how to play card games, and also there's a vampire that just lives somewhere around the high school. She's there. There's just a vampire. A real vampire. Yeah, I finished the Fortune Cup. Jack and Yusei got sent to space on a giant beam of light. I think I'm using the wrong colors. Okay, I wasn't. I just had the wrong one selected. I also forgot the color in that one. Anyway, Jack and Yusei, their dragons fought, which sent them into space on a beam of light, and they had to fight each other with cards, but the cards hurt them in real life on their motorcycles. They were on motorcycles, by the way. They usually are. Unless they're not. Sometimes they aren't. Anyway. And then they see a vision of a bunch of people from Peru worshipping a temple with a dragon, and on the beam of light in space. And then they see a city being blown up by a giant spider. And then Jack crashes his motorcycle and has to go to the hospital, where he gets kidnapped by a homeless woman who lives in her van because he had to fight a cop. You know. Why not? The cop was possessed by a spider, but also he was evil normally, so... he was just extra evil. Also, I just remembered, the Dark Signers, they're called the Dark Signers. Yusei's just regular Signer, these guys are Dark Signers because they have a spider. The Dark Signers have invented a made-up thing called negative levels. Every Yu-Gi-Oh card has a negative, a regular level, but these guys have negative levels, and they are never printed in real life because that's stupid. And they use negative synchro summoning instead of just regular synchro summoning. actually, Camilla, came to the school to claim that I don't know who that is. I'm guessing that's the vampire. I haven't actually watched GX. My friend just told me there was a vampire. We skipped the GX because she really wanted to watch 5Ds because it has a really good opening. What is the difference? I don't know. They never explain what the difference is besides the fact that it's evil. It just is. I didn't need to do that. Duplicate layer. Where is the eye on this? I didn't mean to do that. I like it when it makes that noise. You haven't seen the Earthbound Immortals yet? No. I've not. I have gotten up to the point where Carly exists. Carly is there. She's very funny. A little suit. I just need to copy and paste it over and over again. Great. Meet Crow. Oh, I did meet Crow. I don't like him. Crow feels like... I don't... You know what I have to tell my friend. He reminds me of Duke Devlin. He pisses me off, and I don't... He's trying too hard to be cool. And it makes me mad. Like, shut up, man. He wishes he's like trying to be Yusei and failing because he talks too much. I like that his deck is thematic, that's cool, I guess. Translate? Yusei says nothing and he still doesn't. That's the thing about Yusei. That's why he has the better personality. He is so funny because people will talk to him and he just won't acknowledge it. He doesn't acknowledge anything that's happening. He is just there. He thinks about motorcycles, he plays card game, and that's it. He's just so funny because people will have so long conversations with him and he will not say a word. But then there's these two little kids. Yusei gets in a car crash and loses his memories for an episode and he's like, huh. And these two kids find him passed out in the street and bring them into their, like, first story apartment or their top floor apartment with a scenic view and a pool, and they're like, hey, sir, I know we're 8 years old, but we brought you into our apartment because we felt bad. And he's like, I don't know who I am or why I'm here, but okay. And I kid you not, he's so nice to like, he'll be patient with the little kids, and like, he'll be nice to them and encourage them. He's like, they're like, can you play card games with us, pretty please? And he's like, oh, okay, I guess I will. And he's like, oh, alright. He's like, well, since you asked nicely. And he, like, encouraged him, like, no, I know you lost, but you're doing so good, and you did great, and you can do great, and you can definitely win this tournament that's coming up. You did a good job, kiddo. And that is the most you hear him talk, when he's trying to be nice to these kids who found him passed out in the street. The second most times he's talked is when a woman is trying to kill him with a giant octopus plant thing. Make it look good with the ties. Yeah, I'm trying to. I have to, like, copy and paste the ties and see how it looks. Just, no, see how this looks. Yeah, it looks good. Hot Leo and Luna were older than 8. Black Rose- No, I wasn't talking about Black Rose Dragon. Black Rose Dragon is cool. I'm talking about when Akiza summons this horrible plant octopus thing. I forget its name. She uses it like once. And that proceeds to like wrap its horrible little tentacles around Yusei and pick him up. And hurt him badly. And she says, I'm going to attack you 4 times with this. That's its ability, I attack you 4 times with this. I would not describe the Black Rose Dragon as the Black Rose Dragon as a horrible octopus plant thing. It's not an octopus, it is clearly a dragon. Still talking about you though? Yeah. Sorry. It will happen again. Kiza's the best female character that Studio Gallop. But yeah, I really like her. I also really like Carly. Because she is the ultimate cringe fail girl. She tries her best, and she fails miserably every time, and it's great. She keeps getting put in situations. It's hilarious. Ninetales. I don't know if I'd be able to fit 9, but I do want to do, like, multiple tails. Hi, how's it going? Alright, let's see here. background music stopped? No, it should still be playing. I hear it. Oh, this is gonna take a while. Copy and paste this one. Easy. Can also copy and paste that. Alright, how many more sprites do we have to... Oh boy. This one's easy because you just get rid of the arm. Simple enough. Why can't I erase this? Alan four-parter? No, I don't think so. I don't know, I don't remember. I don't recognize anyone named Callan. Then again, I just met Crow like last episode, so who knows. and stuff. Ugh. Okie dokie. Then copy, paste, easy peasy. Pretty good outfits, oh thanks! It's taking a bit, but we're getting there. Whew. I think once I'm done drawing the suit, I'll call it for the night. I'm getting tired. Would a onesie work? I guess I could do that. That would require more drawing over everything, but yeah, I could hypothetically do that. I'm being quiet, I'm trying to focus. Sing a pixel. You enjoy the Dark Signers? I don't think I've met any of them officially yet. I saw 2 brainwashed guys, but that's about it. You heard Roman talk, I see. I forgot to draw outlines on all the... Oops, I totally did. Fix that real quick. There we go. Oh wait, no, I forgot the top as well. About to see 3 of them duel in the next 10 episodes. Oh, cool. Okay, we're almost done. Okay. We're almost there. Forgot to color in the sleeves. Oops. Alright, what's wrong? Like, something's not right here. Okay, we got one more row of animations left. We just need to copy and paste. Oh, I had snapped a group. I'm like, why isn't it working? Oh yeah, that is another thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot of the voice actors, a lot of the characters share the same voice actors throughout the series because the guy who voices Yusei, this is crazy when my friend told me, is the same guy who voices Tristan. Which is a very big leap in, like, tone. I also know that Azuki, she was Akiza, not Azuki. Akiza, I get her name confused. I like mesh her first and last name together. Akiza, was fighting this guy who was just straight up a real knight. And the guy was basically, literally, it was the same voice actor as Seto Kaiba, and you could tell because he was just doing Seto Kaiba's voice. But speaking in Shakespearean. Because he's the same. The same 30 VAs already, I noticed. Lots of done. I want to hear I'm a quote Kirby. Fortune's never dubbed Digimon. They went out of business in 2012 and the VAs found other work. Oh, interesting. Okay. Just a little bit more. Pixel there. No. This place is from Monsters, Inc. Oh, this piece. Really? It's by Silent Partner. Is Disney using stock music? Guess that wouldn't be surprising. Sounds like the. Oh yeah, it kind of does. That was the wrong layer I was selecting. Wrong layer, the wrong layer, but wrong frame. That doesn't look right at all. Rock and Seto have the same. Oh, that's interesting. Ooh, more pictures to go. Oh, I stood over there. That lines up pretty nice. That lines up perfectly. How would one cheat at making unique art without tracing? Just imagine. I don't... Making unique art, just like draw whatever. I don't know how to explain it else, you just do. Where's that picture that just says a guy with his finger to his head that just says, I can imagine anything? Just do that. He's the monster salesman in Kirby Right Back At Ya? I didn't realize that. Also, I missed a pixel. There we go. We did it. We made a suit. Let me save both of these before I forget. Well, I think with that, I'm gonna end that for tonight. Hope y'all enjoy the stream. Can't wait to finish my look. Oh yeah. I should probably make a white one too to match the white top hat and bow tie. But yeah. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. I'll see you next time with... I'm not sure what, but something. And yeah. Also work on a few more outfits off stream. Oh yeah, orange. But yeah. Hope you guys have a good one. I'll see you later. Peace out. Bye. Good night, everybody.